We live in an era of constant noise, where status is measured by filters and the loudness of one's lifestyle on digital platforms. For many, success is a performance, a carefully curated gallery of luxury goods meant to signal worth to a world that is always watching. This obsession with appearance creates an illusion, a facade of prosperity that often hides a much deeper and more fragile financial reality. But away from the flashbulbs, there is a different kind of power. Truly prosperous individuals often choose to walk a much quieter path. They don't seek the validation of the crowd or the fleeting dopamine hit of a like button to confirm their internal value and success. This is the art of stealth wealth, where what you see is only a fraction of the immense stability and freedom hidden beneath the surface. These individuals understand that real wealth isn't about what you spend, but about what you keep and how much freedom you actually own. While the world screams for attention, the wealthy choose silence. They prioritize the long-term peace of mind over the short-term high of display. Every dollar spent on a status symbol is a dollar that loses its power to work for your future and your ultimate independence. They look ordinary because they have nothing to prove. Their confidence comes from their bank balance, not from the labels on their back. Today, we dive deep into why the most successful people among us are often the ones you would never notice in a busy crowd. There is a profound paradox at the heart of modern finance. The more you try to look rich, the poorer you actually become over time. High income does not equal high wealth. Many who earn six figures are living paycheck to maintain an expensive, hollow image. Conversely, someone with a modest salary who lives below their means is building a fortress of security that most rich people will never know. Every luxury purchase carries an invisible price tag, the opportunity cost of the money that could have been invested for compound growth. Many millionaires live in homes just like this. They don't need mansions to feel significant. They value privacy and low maintenance costs instead. Choosing a functional vehicle over a status symbol is a classic trait of the stealth wealthy. They see a car as a tool, not an identity. Financial resilience is built in the quiet moments of restraint. It is the ability to say no to the temporary to secure the permanent. We are conditioned to believe that consumption is the goal, but true wealth is the ability to not consume when you have the means. The stealth wealthy find joy in watching their assets grow, not in watching their possessions accumulate dust and lose value every single day. A watch tells time, but an investment portfolio buys time. One is a depreciating asset, while the other is a gateway to total freedom. When you stop caring about what strangers think of your clothes, you gain a superpower. You are no longer a slave to social expectations. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. In the world of finance, discipline is often hidden behind a very ordinary exterior. Many spend money they haven't earned to impress people they don't like. This cycle is the fastest way to stay stuck in the middle class. Real winners in the economic game are those who have decoupled their self-worth from their net worth and their external display of vanity. Equity is what matters, not the logo on your shirt, not the brand of your car, but the percentage of your life you truly own. This philosophy isn't new. It traces back to the Stoics, who believed that true wealth is found in the lack of unnecessary desires. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself. In your way of thinking. By focusing on internal virtues rather than external goods, the Stoics built an unshakable foundation of peace that no external loss could break. This, indifference to vanity, is a core pillar of stealth wealth. It allows you to navigate a consumerist world without being consumed by it. We cannot control the economy or the market, but we can control our desires and our spending. This is the ultimate form of power. Elegance is not about being noticed, but about being remembered for your character. Simple clothing serves as a uniform for a focused mind. When your environment is clutter-free, your mind follows. The wealthy often prefer quality over quantity, choosing items that last a lifetime instead. Nature doesn't care about your brand of shoes. Returning to simple pleasures helps us realize how much of our spending is actually performative. The transition from wanting to be seen as rich to actually being wealthy requires a total shift in your internal value system and priorities. It is a long game. The Stoic path isn't about deprivation, but about intentionality. It's about owning things without letting them own you. When you are not dependent on luxury for your happiness, you become invincible to the ups and downs of the material world's fickle nature. Wealth is the ability to choose your surroundings. Most choose noise, but the truly prosperous choose the serenity of their own focused interests. If you can be happy with a simple meal and a good book, you are richer than any king who lives in fear. Modern stoicism in finance means appearing ordinary while building an extraordinary life of choice and purpose behind the scenes. Away from the public. By aligning your spending with your deepest values, You eliminate the friction of social comparison and find a shortcut to true, lasting fulfillment. Let's look at two lives. They earn the same salary, work in the same office, and live in the same city, yet their worlds are different. Person lives for the now. He bought the car he couldn't afford and the watch he didn't need to fit into a social circle. Person B lives for the future. He takes public transit or drives a modest car, funneling his surplus income into assets that grow over time. When a recession hits and layoffs are announced, Person A is terrified. His lifestyle is a house of cards built on a single paycheck. Person B is at peace. He has 2 years of living expenses saved and a portfolio that provides a safety net during any economic storm. Forced to sell his depreciated luxury goods at a loss, Person A realizes that his wealth was never actually his. It belonged to the bank. Person B sees opportunity. Because he lived below his means, he has the cash to buy assets at a discount when everyone else is panicking. This is the hidden advantage of the stealth wealthy. They are prepared for the winter because they didn't waste their summer on vanity and display. The pain of losing a lifestyle you can't afford is far greater than the temporary joy that the lifestyle ever provided in the first place. Person B's family is secure. They didn't have the flashiest toys, but they have the most important thing of all, an unbreakable sense of security. Life is like chess. The stealth wealthy play a long-term defensive game that eventually turns into an unstoppable offensive position over several decades. Economic downturns don't create the gap between the rich and the poor. They simply reveal the gap that was already there all along. By the time they reach retirement, the stealth wealthy have reached a level of freedom that allows them to do exactly what they want. They aren't lucky. They are the result of thousands of small choices to value freedom over the appearance of being rich and successful. Which life would you choose? The one that glitters on the outside, or the one that is solid and unbreakable on the inner core? Building a stealth wealth empire requires a strategy. It starts with the iron rule. Always pay yourself first before you pay any bill. Automation is your best friend. By removing the decision to save, you remove the temptation to spend. It becomes a natural part of life. Stealth wealth isn't about being cheap. It's about being frugal where it doesn't matter and investing in quality where it adds true value. The greatest investment you can make is in your own education. Knowledge is the one asset that can never be taxed or stolen from you. These 3 pillars are the foundation. Without discipline, you can't save. Without patience, you can't invest. Without frugality, you will always be hungry. Think of your money like seeds. You can eat the seeds today and be full for an hour. Or plant them for a harvest. Learn the difference between price and value. Price is what you pay. Value is what you actually get. The stealth wealthy only buy value. Living below your means is the only way to stay wealthy. As your income rises, keep your lifestyle steady and invest the entire difference. You must be willing to be misunderstood by people who are still trapped in the consumer cycle. Their judgment is the price of freedom. Tracking your progress keeps you motivated. Focus on the trend of your net worth, not the day-to-day fluctuations of the market or ego. Start small, but start today. The power of time is the most potent force in the financial universe. Give your money time to work. Complexity is the enemy of execution. Keep your investments simple, your expenses low, and your goals clear to ensure you stay on the path. Surround yourself with people who value you for who you are, not for what you can buy. Your social circle dictates your spending habits. The goal is to be wealthy, not to look wealthy. Once you truly internalize this, the pressure to perform simply disappears from your life. You are building an invisible empire. It may not be seen by the world, but you will feel its strength in every breath you take. True freedom doesn't require an audience. It doesn't need applause or recognition. It is the quiet ability to do what you want, when you want. When you own your time, you own your life. This is the ultimate luxury that no designer brand can ever hope to provide. Build your empire in silence. Let your success be your own private reward. And let your freedom be the only voice that truly matters. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Subscribe to the Buffett Blueprint to continue building your own path to lasting, invisible wealth today.